What's going on, trucking YouTube's another week in trucking that's passing us by. Let's get into some trucking news, some updates on the dry vans, flatbeds, and reefers. Check out the market. Let's get into it. All right, first I want to get into this bill they're trying to pass to make EVs pay their fair share. I find this super ironic because like they kept pushing these EVs and wanted everybody to get electric trucks, go through all this crazy stuff, the zero whatever truck thing by 2035, so on and so on. And now they're trying to get you to pay, like your fair share. Like even with California, we've seen this with the electric cars. Once they realize that, hey man, we're not getting this tax money on the fuel pumps no more because they're not filling up gas, we're losing a bunch of money. So now what they're trying to do is they're trying to get, figure out ways how to make the electric trucks and electric cars pay because they're losing so much money on taxes, which is crazy to me because they're pushing these electric vehicles, wanting everybody to get into them, force everybody to do it. And now they see they're not going to make money off of it, so now they want to charge you. Like the whole point of this was to push people so they save money, but just typical government is going to try to get every single penny out of you. So this is crazy to me. I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think about this. The Fed's trying to cut down on regulations to help out with the X shortage. I mean, yeah, great. I mean, it's good for trucking, less regulations, but last year they unalived 100 million chickens, you know what I mean? So this is why we're having the X shortage right now. So, any little thing will help, I guess, but at least they're trying to do something, so that's some good news. In Ontario, Canada, $2.6 million worth of like stolen trucks, trailers, and other types of equipment is recovered by a police sting. I mean, trucking is so bad that a lot of people are turning into crime, so, I'm not really like shocked that this happened. It is happening a lot. You can see like the fraud is going on with the freight, with the brokers, like they're acting as brokers, selling you loads, a bunch of stolen trucks. We just had some computers stolen, the CPU stolen off our trucks here. So yeah, if the economy and trucking is doing bad, I'm sure you're going to see uprising crime. It's going to happen. I mean, it's normal. At least good thing they're on it. And some more trucking crime. A Colorado guy gets charged with bribery. I guess he was bribing people at the company and they would like make up fake loads and get paid for it, which is not cool. I understand like customer appreciation, hooking up your customer, as long as you're providing them with a fair price, fair service, and they work with you, they give you business. I don't see, no problem hooking them up. But in this kind of case, if you're scamming the company, that's not good. So I understand why he would get in trouble. Like the last segment we just did, obviously, trucking is bad right now. So there's gonna be a lot more crime being committed. And again, somebody just got arrested for it. Jack Cooper lost the Ford contract, and at first they actually just shut down the location, fired a bunch of drivers. But then a couple of days later, they actually shut down the whole company. In my opinion, I think they're overcharging Ford. Ford's finally like, hey man, auto industry is not going good. We're losing money. Why are we overpaying this union company when we could break it down to smaller companies and pay a lot less money? I just don't like, unions and trucking. I hope they stay out of it because they ruin everything. Because a lot of people just overpay for a lot of unnecessary stuff. Like I understand, I feel bad. It's a company, people lost their jobs. I understand that. But with this company going down, losing their contract, a bunch of new companies are going to be able to grow and make money because they're going to get that some of those contracts which are going to be broken up a little bit now. So it's unfortunate, but like I said, I don't believe in unions being in trucking. I hope it doesn't happen. And it's a sad thing that company closed down. They've been open for a long time, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. Trump raises tariffs on all steel and aluminum coming from Canada. Like, I know it sounds like a bad thing. Everybody's freaked out at tariffs. But here in the United States alone, we only produce 20 to 30% of aluminum that we actually consume in this country. We have enough scrap metal and we have enough places where we can get all the ingredients we need to make our own. And there is, from my research, about 50 to 100 plants that either close down or downsize completely. So we have the infrastructure to do it. I think this tariff might actually be a good thing because it might bring back jobs to America. It might bring up domestic trucking because if we make that stuff here, we ship it here, it's going to bring up our economy. Yes, it might hurt short term, but personally, in my opinion, I think in the long term, it's going to be better for us as a country. That was the trucking news. Now let's get into some markets. Let's start with the dry vans. This week, the dry vans actually for the last 3 days, they kind of been going up consistently a little bit, which I'm happy about. I feel like I'm getting teased because I feel like they're going to drop back down. I hope that's not the case. But I'm going to put a map up here so you guys can take a look. The dry van market has been slowly getting a little better and better. I hope, like I said, I hope it stays because I need it to stay because that's mainly what I do. So I'm rooting for it. So for this week alone, it's not, like I said, it's not the best. I mean, obviously this market, could be a lot better. But overall, it is gaining some traction. It's getting a little bit better. So just take a look at this map. If you got to pause the video, zoom in, take a look at the markets, which are the reddest. That's where you're going to get the best freight from. And before you go anywhere, just don't judge it by the map. Always try to search loads of a market that you're planning on going into to make sure that the freight is there that you are looking for with the price that you are looking for. The flatbeds this week have been going crazy. Like if you take a look at this map over here, you're gonna see that their range is growing. They're getting like more color throughout the whole country. As you can see, like most of the country has at least a color on it. The darker the red, the better, obviously. And then the dark blue is like the worst. But if you take a look at it, the flatbeds are absolutely killing it. Every single day, they're gaining more traction around the whole country and getting more space of color. So that's good for whoever's doing flatbeds. If you're doing flatbeds, let me know how you're doing out there. You know, as long as you're staying in good markets, I think you should be doing pretty good right now. So please do your research. Make sure you're sending your trucks to areas where you're going to get the best available load and the best money. So like I said, always do your research, always search ahead. And if you're driving a flatbed, hopefully you're doing pretty good right now. Last we got the Reefers. The Reefer's been on fire for the last like few weeks. This week they're kind of calming down a little bit. As you can see by the map, you know, they still got a lot of color, but not as much red as they did before. So overall, they're still not doing that bad, but they are cooling down as the days go by. So we'll keep on keeping an eye on the Reefer, seeing how they're doing, seeing if they maintain, you know, if they go up or they go down. But right now they're on a slow decline. But they were on a rampage for a while. So, you know, a little cool down period was expected. So that's everything for trucking news and a market update. If you like the content, please subscribe. It's going to help the channel. And then I'll see you guys next video.